Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. We were doing these cards in the last video, and I said I'd come back and show you what we would do to actually make the cards. Now all I've done is I've made, as you know, I've made a square card which is a 6x6. I've made a DL card which is a long thin card, so I think it's about 4 inches by about 8.5, something like that. And then we had enough to make 3 little ones. Now I could have cut them down into single squares and made more, but I just wanted to show you, how to do it. Now this one was a bit scrabbly, so I just took it down and put a little mat on it in a green. So we've got all of these to work with. I've cut and I've done some pieces to go on, and I thought we would have a look and see which ones work the best, which ones we're going to put on, and how we think they will work. So I'm just going to spread them out for the moment and just have a look. So I've cut an Inspire in an oval, so that could go in on the center of one of these. So you get just a little peek through from the side. That would work. It would go on any of those ones actually, and that's one of the larger ones, and it would go on there. Okay, so that's that word. Then I've got this one. So I've done the word create. Again, it's in a stitch square, but I've done a little mat for it in another square. So that could go in the center of there. It could go in the center of there. Couldn't really go on there because it's going to take up too much space. Could potentially go on that one because there's more space. Okay, so those are 2 words. I've got a little bird. Now, the bird could go in on the center. I'd have to do something else with it. It's a little bit busy. And again, a little bit busy. Now, it would look better on one of these. Potentially that one, I think, because that's got quite a small space. So I think I'm going to put it on that one, says me. I'm looking at different ones. Then I've got a flower. Now a big floral on the center of there would work quite well. It would also work on the smaller ones. So I'm going to put that there. And then I've got this one, which is an Alice, which I've just done. Now Alice would look quite nice on one of these with her feet at the bottom because it was a little scrap piece. So I think Alice will go on there. So I've now got these 3 to work with, haven't I? So I think I'm going to have just that in on the center of there. I think I'm going to have the Inspire in probably on the center of there, and I might have the flower in on there. So if we look at these, we've got this to go in the center there. We've got that to go there, because being a long oval, it will work on a longer card, and these to go on there. Okay, I think that will work. Let's start doing some gluing down and see what we think. So this is our little Alice. Now I could put these up with dimensionals to give a little bit of height. I don't think I want to do that because as I've said before, postage is incredibly expensive, and I really don't like having too much postage, and if you put the layers on. So this is going to come, her feet are going to come at the bottom, which is where the bottom of the paper was, and she's just then going to go up like that. So that will give me number 1. I can put sentiments on afterwards. I tend to do that, as you know, because I don't know whether I'm going to have this as a birthday, just because male, female, whatever, it's just going to be like that. So that's number 1. Just going to put that there. Little Robin, I think Little Robin works quite well on here. So again, we're going to glue him in. I will show you the stamps that I used at the end. They are all indigo blue. Indigo blue is, as you know, I'm on their design team now, which I'm absolutely delighted with. And they make Stamps. It's a family run business and they are in the UK, but they ship internationally, and there are outlets, trade outlets in various international companies. I know the US is one. So if it's something that you've thought about and thought, see, do I swap one of these over? That would look quite nice in the center of there. It won't work on there, but it will work quite nicely there. I think I might do it there, and I might have that one in there. I think I'm going to do it that way around. So so Indigo Blue Stamps are, it's a family run business, made in the UK, all red rubber. So, you know, all of the red rubber fans out there that absolutely love the detail of a red rubber stamp, they are really the company to go for. They have the most beautiful ones. They really do. And I'm just delighted that I can work with them. I mean, if you look at the detail of these sorts of stamps, they're just beautiful. Now I'm going to put that on there because I don't want that stitching just coming on there. I want that on there because it almost makes that look as if it's longer. So we can put that in on here. But use what you've got. You know, when you're using up scraps and putting scraps in, you don't really know what colour you're going to do until you look and see what colour scraps you've got. I just happen to have quite a lot of green. So that's going to come just down like that. And I think that works quite well. So that's that one. Have I stuck that one on? No, that's 3. I'm just going to have Inspire on here, I think, just slap down in the middle, and I'm not going to put anything else round it or on it. I could add some flowers or some leaves or something like that later on if I wanted to, but for this example, it's just giving you ideas that you can take different shapes and they will work. So if I put that down in on the center like this, and you've then got room to put things around there if you wanted to. And this one, I'm just going to put this little flower on. And again, I will probably add a few leaves and things like that round there at a later date. But it gives me the start of a card. I can put sentiments and things on for whatever occasion I want. And I've got a mixture of 5 cards, easily made just out of scraps and a few little toppers like these to just give you some ideas on there. So that's going to come slap bang in on the center like that, and then we can get these ones out so we can see. So we had the long DL, we had this square one which is a 4x4 square, and then we've got 3 of these. So 1, 2, 3, like that. So you can see you've made 5 cards really easily just by doing these squares and cutting them up, you know, from a 1 sheet. So I'm just going to show you the stamps that I used. Says me, I think I've put some of them away. Okay, this is the robin one. So that's the robin, and what I did was I cut the crown off it because this was a one that was, you know, that you made the robin with a crown. All I've done is cut the crown off, which makes a nice little bird. So that was cute. I've got, bear with me a second, and I'll show you the other ones. That's our Alice. So the Alice one is called Alice. So this one was called The Crown. This one is called Alice. And then the florals. Here we go. The florals I absolutely love, as you know. And they are, bring those out, they are Anemone and Script. And if you remember, this script is lovely. It reminds me of the very Versailles, but being smaller, you can put little pieces here and there, and they're gorgeous leaves as well, which I did in an autumn card recently. So anemone and script, but it looks a bit like a poppy-ish as well, so you could do it for a poppy. And then the last one, the words that we used were journaling, Kay's Journaling Words 1. And you've got on here, inspire, be brave, create, art. You don't have to be an artist to be creative. And I just think that they're lovely to just bob on a card because they're a good size, and, you know, it gives you something nice to look at. So I hope you enjoyed those. I hope it gave you some inspiration. You can obviously use any stamps you want, any scraps of paper, but just have a go and see what you think. So as always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.